Mom, I see you now in a way I couldn't when I was small and you were just a given. The person who was always there before me, the warmth I took for granted as a living fact of every morning, every evening, every fever night and every first day scared. I didn't have the eyes to see the giving, I just received it, never knowing how you cared beyond what any ordinary caring was. Now I'm older and the seeing is different. Now I see what every morning cost. Mom, I see you now. The early mornings you were up before the light. Mom, I see you now. The things you did that never seemed like sacrifice. The lunch you packed, the door you always opened, the waiting up until I made it home. Mom, I see you now, and everything I see I should have shown you that I saw years before today. I see you in the hands that held the ordinary, the folded laundry in the kitchen late, the particular tiredness you never showed me, the smile you chose to wear instead of the weight that must have been there underneath the morning that you made look easy for my sake. Mom, I see the easy that was never easy. I see the love inside each choice you'd make. Every choice you made was made for me, and I'm only now receiving it completely. Mom, I see you now. The early mornings you were up before the light. Mom, I see you now. The things you did that never seemed like sacrifice. The lunch you packed, door you always opened, the waiting up until I made it home. Mom, I see you now, and everything I see I should have shown you that I saw years before today. I'm sorry for the years I didn't see it, for the taking it is given as the air, for the not saying thank you on the Tuesday, for the not noticing how much you were there in every small arrangement of my comfort, in every early morning and late night. Mom, I see you now, and it is everything. And I want to tell you while I still might say it in a way that lands completely. Say it so you know I finally know. Mom, I see you now in all the ordinary, in all the love you let me overflow into the life you helped me build from nothing. Mom, I see you now, the early mornings and the late nights too. Mom, I see you now, the years of quiet, extraordinary you. I love you more than the years of silence said. I love you more than the given and the free. Mom, I see you now, and seeing you this clearly is the greatest thing that growing up gave me. Mom, I see you, all of it, finally. The mornings and the you gave. I still remember the kitchen light at dawn, the way you kept the fire burning on. Through every fever and every rainy night, you were my comfort, my steady morning light. You gave me wings when I was scared to fly, and taught me how to look up at the sky. Now that I'm older, I finally see the pieces of yourself you gave to me. All of the silent prayers and weary hands, a love that only a mother understands. Oh, Mom, you're the flower in the heart of May, the gentle hand that leads me through the day. Thank you for the love that never ends, my teacher, my home, and the best of friends. In every bloom I see your grace, wrapped in your warm and kind embrace. You taught me how to stand up tall and strong, to find the right even when the world is wrong. Through the stormy years and the sunny days, you loved me in 1,000 different ways. No mountain is too high, no sea too wide. With all the wisdom you planted deep inside, words are never enough to say what I feel, but this gratitude is deep and it is real. If I could give the moon and stars to you, that's exactly what I'd do. Oh, Mom, you're the flower in the heart of May, the gentle hand that leads me through the day. Thank you for the love that never ends, my teacher, my home, and the best of friends. In every bloom I see your grace, wrapped in your warm and kind embrace. Happy Mother's Day, my dear. I'm so glad that you are here. I love you, Mom, always.
I remember the calluses on your hands, the silent strength of a woman who understands. I was a restless boy, always chasing the wind, But you were the harbor where my journeys begin. You gave up your dreams just to nourish my own. The bravest heart that I've ever known. I didn't see the tears you hid away. I didn't hear the prayers you'd softly say. But now that I'm standing on my own 2 feet, I realize your love made my life complete. Oh Mom, you're the sunlight in my May, the anchor that kept me from drifting away. Thank you for the kindness, thank you for the grace, for being my home and my peaceful place. In the garden of my life, you're the sweetest bloom, lighting up the corners of every room. You taught me how to be a man of my word, to listen to the voices that are seldom heard. When the world was cold and the shadows grew long, your steady voice was my favorite song. I may not say it enough, but I want you to know you're the hero of every path I go. If I could turn back the clock for a day, I'd take all your worries and wash them away. I'd tell you 1,000 times over again, you're more than a mother, you're my greatest friend. Oh Mom, you're the sunlight in my May, the anchor that kept me from drifting away. Thank you for the kindness, thank you for the grace, for being my home and my peaceful place. In the garden of my life, you're the sweetest bloom, lighting up the corners of every room. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I am who I am because of you. I love you forever. My father was not a man of many words, not the kind who said the feeling out loud, but he showed up to every single thing, sat in the cold and was properly proud. In the particular way of the quiet father who claps once, twice, and nods his certain nod. The things he never said were still communicated in the showing up through the cold and the hard, and the every single time without exception. The things he never said, I hear them now, in the absence of every single time he came. The things he never said were in the coming, in the seat and the knot and the same. Quiet approval that I learned to read as the fullest version of the I love you. The things he never said, I hear them clearly in the May, when everything becomes more true and more present and more worth the hearing. He drove me to the early morning practice before the sun was up, before his day. He sat in the car and waited without complaining. The things he never said were in the May morning, waiting in the car in the dark for me. The things he never said were in the packed lunch. The things he never said were in the driveway, watching me leave. The very particular hunch of the shoulder that I know now was his I love you. The things he never said, I hear them now in the absence of every single time he came. The things he never said were in the coming, in the cold seat and the nod and the same. Quiet approval that I learned to read as the fullest version of the I love you. The things he never said, I hear them clearly in the May, when everything becomes more true and more present and more worth the hearing. I wanna tell him that I learned to hear it, the language of the showing up and staying, the language of the never missing one thing, the language of the driveway and the praying that I read it right back then. I did. I wanna tell him in the May that I received the things he never said completely. I wanna call him and be the other side of the conversation that we've always had, in the language of the present and the there. In the May, I wanna say I heard everything, even the things you couldn't put in air. The things he never said, I heard them all. The driveway and the cold seat and the nod that said it all. Call him, he's still saying it, and the nod that said it all.
My father's garden was his quiet language, the one he used when words weren't in his way. He'd be out there before the rest of us were waking, already doing something with the May. The beds he kept with a particular attention, the roses that he tied with careful hands, the vegetables he grew and brought inside, the language that I'm only now understanding was love. The whole time it was love. Dad's garden is quiet, kind of saying everything he found hard to speak. Dad's gone. garden, the roses and the dewing, the language of the hands instead of the weak, of words that never came as easily as the planting, the particular love of the father in the May. Dad's garden taught me what I needed later, that love is also what the hands display. In the early morning, in the May, in the quiet, I tend my own small garden now in May, and I find him in the doing of the thing, the particular way to hold the trowel, the way he showed me in the May morning, before I knew it was a kind of handing down, or more than the technique of the growing, before I knew the garden was his language, the most important thing he was showing me about the way that love can look. Dad's garden is quiet, kind of saying everything he found too hard to speak. Dad's garden, the roses and the dewing, the language of the hands instead of the weak, of words that never came as easily as the planting, the particular love of the father in the May. Dad's garden taught me what I needed later, that love is also what the hands display. In the early morning, in the May, in the quiet, I called him to say the courgette had its flower, the first one yellow in the May morning light. He said that's the sign that everything is working. He said the flower means you're doing it right. And I thought, this is us in the garden language. This is the conversation we have always had. The courgette flower in the May morning is me and the garden and my dad, talking in the only way we've always known, through the growing and the tending and the May. I got his garden and his garden language, and I'm grateful for it every single day. Dad's garden, my garden, same language, May. The courgette has a flower. He said that means it's right. Call him about the garden. He said that means it's right. I'm old enough now to understand the math of what it costs to raise a person right. The years of your own dreams put in the drawer particular cost of the putting me first the night you didn't sleep because I needed something. The morning you were tired but didn't show the thing you wanted that you didn't get to because the money went where I needed to go. What you gave up for me, I see it now. From the other side of the growing up, what you gave up for me, the quiet sacrifice that never asked to be remembered or brought up. You never made me feel the weight of it, never asked for the accounting to be done. What you gave up for me, I see it made, and I wanna say it before another year has run into the taken for granted in the silent. The holiday you didn't take that summer, the coat you wore another year past, knew the opportunity that came and went without you, because the timing wasn't possible with two small people needing everything at once. You gave it up and made it look like nothing, made it look like the obvious and easy choice, when I know now it was everything but nothing. What you gave up for me, I see it now. From the other side of the growing up, what you gave up for me, the quiet sacrifice that never asked to be remembered or brought up. You never made me feel the weight of it, never asked for the accounting to be done. What you gave up for me, I see it made, and I wanna say it before another year has run into the taken for granted in the silent. I can't give it back and wouldn't wanna try. The giving wasn't meant to be returned, but I can say I see it finally clearly. I can say I know the cost, I know you earned nothing from it and gave it anyway. The particular love of the parent who just gives without the ledger and without the keeping of the debt, the love that simply lives in the giving and the never asking back. I see it, May, and I want you to know that I see it, that the understanding landed, that the gratitude has finally started to show in the calling more, in the saying it out loud. Why you gave up, I see it now. Thank you for the giving that never asked for back. Say it while you can, that never asked for back.
The kitchen light was always on when I came home, no matter what the hour or the reason. She was always there, or had been recently. The kitchen light, the constant of every season, of of the growing up and the coming back, the kitchen light at midnight, the kitchen light at 6, the particular warmth of the kitchen window from the street before the key, before the fix of the home, but the light made of the building. Mom's kitchen light, always on, always on, no matter when I came. Mom's kitchen light, the most reliable thing in every year. Mom's kitchen light, telling me from the street that home was here. The window warm and yellow in the dark, the food that would be ready or be started. Mom's kitchen light, the whole of home contained in the light that always hearted, waited for me at the window from the street. She never made a point of the late waiting, never said I stayed up, never made the cost of the worrying and the not sleeping visible, just the kitchen light and never what it cost her personally to leave it burning for the son who might be home at any time. The kitchen light said I am here and waiting. The kitchen light said you are always mine, to worry for and welcome and be glad of. The light in the window from the street, still the warmest thing I've ever seen. Mom's kitchen light, the most reliable thing in every year. Mom's kitchen light, telling me from the street that home was here. The window warm and yellow in the dark, the food that would be ready or be started. Mom's kitchen light, the whole of home contained in the light that always hearted, waited for me at the window from the street. I have my own kitchen light now, I leave it on when someone's coming home. And I understand now what she was doing all those years of the light in the dark alone. She was saying in the language of the light what she couldn't always say in words at midnight. I am here, I'm glad you're coming home. I am here, you are my whole life's light. And the kitchen light was just the saying of it, in the way that parents say the hardest things, through the leaving on of lights for coming sons, through the kitchen and the warmth and everything that waits without announcement or condition. Mom's kitchen light was love, it was always love. From the street before the key, before the door, the warm yellow window was enough, more than enough, the whole of it. Mom's kitchen light, I see it now from years away. Mom's kitchen light, the warmest thing that any window says. I have my own light on for people coming, and I think of you each time I leave it on. Mom's kitchen light taught me how to love, the language of the light has carried on into every kitchen that comes after yours. Mom's kitchen light, yellow window, dark street, home before the key, the whole of home in light. Leave the light on, Mom, the whole of home in light. Mr. Kim's classroom smelled like chalk and May. The windows open to the afternoon outside. outside. He taught us more than the subject on the board. He taught us how to think and how to decide for ourselves, which is the rarer kind of teaching, the kind that builds the person, not the grade. The May classroom with the windows open is where the most important version of me was made. Mr. Kim's classroom in the May afternoon, the chalk and the open windows and the way he looked at you like thinking was the whole point, not the answer, the thinking every day. He said the question is more important than the answer that you're rushing to write down. Mr. Kim's classroom in the May afternoon is the most important room in my whole town. He stayed after class when I was struggling, not asked, just stayed, just saw and offered time. He said the confusion is the beginning of the understanding, which became my rhyme. For every hard thing since that May classroom, the confusion is the beginning, not the end. Mr. Kim's classroom gave me the philosophy that carried everything around the bend of every difficulty in the years that followed. Mr. Kim's classroom in the May afternoon, the chalk and the open windows and the way he looked at you like thinking was the whole point, not the answer, the thinking every day. He said the question is more important than the answer that you're rushing to write down. Mr. Kim's classroom in the May afternoon is the most important room in my whole town. I went back once to the school in May, 10 years after the classroom and the chalk. He was still there, still the same open windows. I stopped at the door and watched him talk to the new ones, the next version of the class. Still the same question, still the thinking first, still the May classroom doing what it did, still the quenching of the intellectual thirst. Before it knew it was a thirst at all, I said thank you at the end of the class. He said you were always gonna be fine. I said I know, because of you, because of that May classroom and the staying after and the question. Mr. Kim's classroom, May afternoon chalk, the question more important than the rush to answer. Thank the teachers who stayed than the rush to answer.
There's a name I carry in me like a compass. teacher in the classroom in the May, who saw something in the work I handed over and said something that changed the rest of my day. And week and year and everything that followed, the particular sentence that a teacher gave that became the direction I was going, the compass that the kind attention paved. The teacher's name, I carry it like treasure. The person who looked up from my work and said, the teacher's name, the sentence that redirected everything I thought about my head and what it was capable of being in the subject that I thought I couldn't do. The teacher's name, thank you for the seeing of the thing in me I couldn't see too. I don't know if they remember saying it. A Tuesday, probably nothing special planned, just the marking and the returning of the papers, and one sentence said above the work in hand. That kind of casual, life-changing happens in the ordinary Tuesday classroom. The teacher doesn't know the size of giving a single sentence on a single day to the person who needed exactly that. The teacher's name, I carry it like treasure. The person who looked up from my work and said, the teacher's name, the sentence that redirected everything I thought about my head and what it was capable of being in the subject that I thought I couldn't do. The teacher's name, thank you for the seeing of the thing in me I couldn't see too. If I could go back to that Tuesday classroom, I'd stand in the door and wait until the end and say I wanted you to know the sentence that you said became the thing that let me begin. The whole direction of the life that followed, that your Tuesday afternoon of marking gave to someone who didn't know they needed it, but needed it in every possible brave way that a person needs the being seen by someone with the eyes to see them right. The teacher's name, I'll say it in the May, the gratitude that I should say in light of everything it built in the years after. The teacher's name, the Tuesday sentence, everything that followed from one scene moment. Thank the teachers from one scene moment. Her voice on the phone still does the same thing to the chest that it did when I was small. 3 words in and something in me loosens the particular relief of the mother call. I call her more now that I'm far enough from the years of the taking it for granted. I call her on the ordinary Tuesday just to hear the voice that always landed everything back into its right proportion. Her voice on the phone, 3 words, and the world is smaller and more right. Her voice on the phone, still the most reliable thing I know. Her voice on the phone, still the warm I call when the warm is low. She asks me if I've eaten and I laugh, because some things never change and shouldn't. Her voice on the phone is the whole home, every place I've ever lived in couldn't quite replicate without the calling her. She knows before I tell her something's off, the particular mother knowing of the voice. She says what's wrong and I say nothing's wrong. She says I hear you and I don't have a choice but to tell her everything eventually, which is the phone call taking 40 minutes, more than I had planned, but exactly the 40 minutes that the day most limits in its difficulty and most needs undone. Her voice on the phone, the knowing mother, the one who hears the thing I didn't say. Her voice on the phone, still the most reliable thing I know. Her voice on the phone, still the warm I call when the warm is low. She asks me if I've eaten and I laugh, because some things never change and shouldn't. Her voice on the phone is the whole home, every place I've ever lived in couldn't quite replicate without the calling her. I wanna tell her what her voice still does to the 40-year-old version calling in. The 3 words of the mother on the phone is still the most complete and the most begin again of everything, the most reset, the most you're gonna be okay. I hear her voice on the phone is the one constant that has held through every single year of the moving and the changing and the trying of the getting it wrong and the getting it right. Her voice on the phone on a Tuesday evening is still my most reliable source of light. I should call more, and I'm gonna call more, starting with the calling after this. Her voice on the phone, 3 words in, is still the most important thing there is. Her voice on the phone, 3 words, the whole home. She asks if I've eaten, I laugh. She knows, call her more often. I laugh, she knows.
The same road I've driven for 20 years, back to the house that made me who I am. The turn that means I'm 40 minutes out, the particular feeling of going back to them. My parents who are older now than I noticed between the last visit and the one before. The particular shock of the passing time on the faces of the ones you love the most, seen most clearly when the gap has been too long. The long drive home in May to say thank you, not for the birthday or the Christmas dinner. The long drive home just to be in the house, just to be the one they made the winner of their time and their attention and their love. The long drive home in May, no occasion, just the going back to say I know now, just the of the gratitude that doesn't need a day. My mother had the food ready before I got there, the particular food she knows I always want. My father met me at the door before I knocked, the particular welcome that I haven't not been given every single time I've come. The door, the food, the welcome before the asking, the parents who prepared before I arrived, the love that does the work without the tasking of the one who's loved to notice or to say. The long drive home and made to say thank you, not for the birthday or the Christmas dinner. The long drive home just to be in the house, just to be the one they made the winner of their time and their attention and their love. The long drive home in May, no occasion, just the going back to say I know now, just the going back for the no reason of the gratitude that doesn't need a day. I sat at the same table where I grew up, the same chairs in the same particular light, my parents across from me in the May evening. Everything I needed to get right about the life I've lived since leaving is in this kitchen in the May afternoon. The long drive home to say I see you, the long drive home before it's too soon to have waited another year without the saying of the thank you that the May made possible. The long drive home is the most important and the most uncomplicated, logical response to having people worth the driving. Long drive home, May, same table, same chairs. Thank you for the making of everything I am. Drive home for no reason of everything I am. The gratitude I carry isn't heavy, it's more like the warmth inside a coat. The parent and the teacher and the believer, the people who became the things I quote to myself when the difficult arrives, the things he never said in the hands, the classroom in the May and the long drive home. The gratitude I carry understands that it lives in the doing, not the saying only. The gratitude I carry into every morning, the parent and the teacher at the start. The gratitude I carry isn't something I can put down because it made my heart the way it is. The trying and the staying, the showing up because I saw them show. The gratitude I carry in the May is everything they gave that helped me grow. I wanna be the person that they made me, more fully, more completely, more alive to the giving and the staying and the showing up, more honest about everything I owe and strive to honor, not with debt but with the living of the life that their investment helped to build. The gratitude I carry into the May morning is the most motivating thing I've ever filled my chest with, the most purposeful of feelings. The gratitude I carry into every morning, the parent and the teacher at the start. The gratitude I carry isn't something nothing I can put down, because it made my heart the way it is. The trying and the staying, the showing up because I saw them show. The gratitude I carry in the May is everything they gave that helped me grow. Say the thank you while the saying is still possible. Call the parent on the ordinary Tuesday. Drive the long drive home for no occasion. Find the teacher and go back and say. The sentence was the thing that changed the heading of the whole long life that followed after that. The gratitude I carry needs the saying, needs the more than just the carrying of that warm weight inside the chest, without the giving of it back to where it came from and is owed. The gratitude I carry in the May is the most important thing I've ever known, and the people who deserve it are still here, mostly some of them the ones I can still reach. The gratitude I carry in the May is the thing that May and only May can teach me to finally say out loud completely. The gratitude I carry May is when I give it back to where it came from, where it's so. The parent and the teacher and the believer, the people who helped carry me home. The long drive and the classroom and the hands, the things he never said and still I heard. The gratitude I carry in the May morning is the most important and the most assured thing that I can offer in return. Not the debt repaid, but the life well lived. The gratitude I carry says thank you by trying harder with everything I'm given. The gratitude I carry May this month. The parent, the teacher, the ones who made me try. Say it in the May, the ones who made me try.
There were people who believed before the proof, who said you can before the can was shown. The parent and the teacher and the one friend who saw the person I was yet to own. Becoming who saw through the uncertain early to the something they were certain would arrive. The people who believe before the evidence are the reason that I'm standing here alive. In the life that their belief helped build. Thank you for believing when I couldn't. Thank you for the you can when I couldn't see. Thank you for believing in the early version, the uncertain and the not yet, and the me that hadn't proven anything to anyone, including and especially myself yet. Thank you for believing May is when I say it. The gratitude I carry but forget to say out loud as often as I should. The mother who said you're more than you think, the teacher who said this is where you belong, the friend who stood beside the difficult version and said I know you, you're not wrong. To try the thing that seems too large for trying. The people who believe before the proof are the architecture of the life I'm living, the invisible and indispensable roof over everything I've built since they believed. gratitude I carry but forget to say out loud as often as I should. I wanna be that person for someone, the way those people were that thing for me. The one who says you can before the proving, the one who says I see you, I see the thing you're working toward and it is worthy, and you are more than the uncertain feels. The believers made the whole life possible, and believing back is how the circle heals. Thank you for believing in the May morning, when the May is the month of the gratitude sad. Thank you for believing in the early version of the person who became this instead of the smaller, the less, the not quite. Thank you for believing before the proof arrived, the parent, teacher, friend who said you can be that for someone who said you can. Your hands were always doing something for me before I knew enough to say thank you. The morning meal, the tucked-in blanket corner, the small adjustments only your hands knew. I watched them from the height of being little, the particular way they moved with care. I didn't have the word for it back then, but the word was love. I know it now from there. Your hands, I see them when I use my own. The same way you hold a cup, the same way you fold. Your hands, the most familiar thing I know, the most taken for granted story ever told. I wanna say it now while I still can. Thank you for the hands that held the whole of me. Your hands, the first and most important gift, the hands that made me everything I'll be. You never made a thing of what you gave, never kept the account of all the doing, just showed up every morning with the hands that knew exactly what the day was needing. I'm learning now how much that took from you, the quiet labor of the parents giving. I'm learning now to see what I looked past, and May is when I wanna say it, living out loud to you with all the words I have. Your hands, I see them when I use my own. The same way you hold a cup, the same way you fold. Your hands, the most familiar thing I know, the most taken for granted story ever told. I wanna say it now while I still can. Thank you for the hands that held the whole of me. Your hands, the first and most important gift, the hands that made me everything I'll be. There are things I should have said on ordinary Tuesdays, not just the Mother's Day. not that hard. Looking things that were the hardest things, the getting up before the alarm for years, the putting of the need of someone else before your own, before the tired, before the tears that must have come sometimes when I wasn't watching. I wanna hold your hands and say I see everything the hands were doing all along. Everything the hands were giving me. Your hands, my hands, the same, the same. Thank you for the making of every ordinary day. I see you now, of every ordinary day.
Every time I'm about to give something up, I think about the things that you gave up for me. And I don't quit, which is the most honest version of the gratitude I carry daily, free of the sentiment and full of the doing, the continuing when the continuing is hard. Because of you I try the extra mile, because of you I play the extra card of the effort that the easy would have skipped. Because of you I try when the trying is hardest. Because of you I stay when the staying is long. Because of you I get back up in the May morning. Because of you I know where I belong. In the trying and the working and the giving, the way you gave without the asking back. Because of you I try every single morning. That's the most specific thank you that I have. My mother worked the hours that I never saw, the evening after the evening after the day. My father was the first up and the last down, the particular math of the parents giving away of the comfortable and keeping only enough to make sure that enough was always there. Because of them I understand the value of the showing up, the doing with full care, of the thing worth doing all the way. Because of you I try when the trying is hardest. Because of you I stay when the staying is long. Because of you I get back up in the May morning. Because of you I know where I belong. In the trying and the working and the giving, the way you gave without the asking back. Because of you I try every single morning. That's the most specific thank you that I have. There are days when the easier option is available and I choose the harder one because of you. Because I watched you choose the harder one for years and call it just the ordinary thing to do. The ordinary, extraordinary of the parent, the getting up and doing it again. Because of you I try, because of watching. The most important education came not from the classroom but the kitchen table, not from the lesson but the living of it. Because of you I try, and May is when I say out loud the thing that I've been giving silent gratitude to year after year. Because of you I try every May morning, the extra mile, the staying, the getting up again. Tell them May is the time, the getting up again. old enough now to do the math of what it takes to raise a son alone. The particular weight of the everything she carried without letting it be shown. On the face she turned toward me every morning, the face that said today is going to be fine. She carried things I'm only now accounting, the particular cost of every smile of mine that she produced from somewhere past the tired. Everything she carried I'm counting now, everything she carried without asking me to see. Everything she carried for the years of the raising and the worrying and the late. Everything she carried, I can feel it now that I'm the one who understands the weight of the responsible, the showing up for something that needs you to be there before yourself. Everything she carried for the years, she carried it and put it on no shelf. Just kept going, just kept being there. The job she took because it fit the school run, not because it was the thing she chose. The holiday she saved for in the pieces of the budget more than anyone knows. How hard it was to make it look like simple, like the Saturday at the seaside was the given, when it was the months of the careful saving, the love expressed in the financial, driven by the wanting me to have the good things. I see the seaside now and see the saving. I see the easy and I see the cost. Everything she carried for the years of the raising and the worrying and the late. Everything she carried, I can feel it now that I'm the one who understands the weight of the responsible, the showing up for something that needs you to be there before yourself. Everything she carried for the years, she carried it and put it on no shelf. Just kept going, just kept being there. Mom, I wanna put this somewhere permanent, the knowing that I finally arrived at the full accounting of the everything that you carried, and I never added back a single gram of recognition too. I wanna give it back, not as a debt, but as the gratitude that knows exactly how much the carrying cost and hasn't yet. So thank you in the way the knowing requires the full thank you, the I see all of it. Everything she carried, I see it, Mom. Every Saturday and every tired split between the what I needed and the you. Mom, I see it and I'm saying so. Everything you carried for the years is everything that let this person grow into the one who finally came to know. Everything she carried, I see it now, Mom. The saving and the smiling and the tired underneath. Thank you for the carrying and the tired underneath.